She brings wealth and health to her audience by tackling hot topics around substance use disorder, mental health and wellness. Her mission, vision, and goal are to help you heal from your past trauma, inspire you to transform your body, mind, and soul so you can live your best life. Your board-certified psychiatric mental health doctor, nurse practitioner, trauma care maestro, and media analyst, your life ambassador, best-selling author, TEDx talk speaker, CEO of Pool of Bethesda Psychiatric Health in Arizona. Let's all welcome Dr. Princess Fumi Hancock.
Hello everyone, this is your princess of Suburbia, princess in Suburbia, again in Arizona, sunny Arizona. Anyhow, so I am on my way to visit a special person today. And don't worry, I'm driving safe. I'm not holding anything. And so we gotta drive safe, right? No, we gotta drive safe. So I'm just trying to make sure I don't hit anything in my own compound. All right, so anyhow, welcome to my channel, everybody. If you are listening on podcast, thank you so much for listening. Whatever channel that you're listening or watching, please do share, do comment. Your comments mean the world to me. It helps me to know that I am on the right path and I'm doing what I need to do. All right. So, today I wanted to talk about life, right? I wanted to talk about life. I wanted to talk about the role and the impact of friendship in our lives. The role and the impact of friendship in our lives. Through the years, from Nigeria all the way to America here, I've had some friends, not a lot. I've never been one of those that have a lot of friends. But I do have acquaintances that when I do some events, like big events, when I was in Tennessee, I would do big events and boy, people will show up, the media will show up and all that. That's not what I'm talking about. When I talk about friendship, this one, I'm talking about something deeper than just acquaintances. And I've had maybe a handful of people like that. When I first came to Tennessee, I met up with a young lady too. And she was, I tell you what, she was my shadow, right? That was how close, that was how very, very close we were. Wherever she went, I went. Wherever I went, I went. If I was invited anywhere, she was there. When I started my show, The Princess of Suburbia, I did one show and then I invited her and she became a big part of that show too. When we did some conferences, we did it together. So we were that close. So however, after several years, I just felt that there were some people that I needed to extend my friendship to not so much of friend, but to help ignite their passion, to help ignite what God has called them to help ignite their business and things like that. So I called my very, 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 very best friend and I said, the next 1 or 2 years might be a little bit different because I felt the need that what's inside of me, I needed to share it beyond she and I. Which I did believe that she understood though. I did believe, I'm not going to lie, I think she understood. So which means that there were certain things that responsibilities that we were doing together that she ended up, carrying on that responsibilities while I ended up meeting up with all these other ladies. And I think that I mean, if I wanted to be candid about it, I think that it's not just her alone. I dropped the ball, she dropped the ball, but I dropped the ball. All right, so I'm going to talk about me dropping the ball, and I leave her to think about her situation. So, and I think I dropped the ball because I ended up doing radio show and doing a lot of things, TV shows and things. And she was not a part of it at that point. At that point, I was, inviting these young people and these older people or other people that did not have a platform or they were struggling with their platform. So I helped them with the Princess of Suburbia being known in that area. I helped to bring them up and raise them up. And so while I was doing that, I think the mistake that I made was I did not include her. Even though I had informed her, I did not really include her in that because I thought that she understood that my relationship with her, it was deeper. That's what I thought. So I think there was a problem where I dropped the ball where that was concerned. And at the end of the day, the same people that I tried to create platforms for, kind of, you know, even one of them I took to Nigeria with me, all expenses paid and all that. And I think, I'm not sure if they appreciated it, but at the end of the day, I got stopped. Let's just put it that way. I got stopped, and I got stopped really bad. So I finally had an opportunity to now go back and talk to my friend, which I really did believe was my best friend. And I apologized for dropping the ball and not really thinking about her and her feelings in this. Now, what was interesting about that was that when we were discussing that, not once did she even say, okay, I think I can think about mine too. On my part, I think there were some things that I should have done. Perhaps when I was hurt, I should have reached out to you and said, okay, Princess, knock it off. Yeah, I'm hurt by this, but I didn't. So I expected her to also come out and say what she was feeling, or how she felt that I betrayed her, or whatever, or what role that she played in the breakdown of our relationship. But she never did. So I just left it like that. So one night I decided, you know what? I was just going to call her, and I was going to go stay a night at her house, which was what we always did. She would come to my house. My husband was very free, allowed us to do whatever. She would come to my house. She would stay there for 3 days and things like that. So I just said, okay, I was going to do that just to show her that everything was done. So I went and I stayed at the house that day, and I knew things had changed. I knew things had changed because she was keeping some things away from me, and she literally hugged her laptop. I don't know what she think I was going to do with her laptop. And it just wasn't like the way we were before. And I was deeply hurt by that, because I felt, okay, forgiveness is about just forgiving and letting go. Especially, I didn't kill anybody. It was just misunderstanding amongst those who we call best friends. And when you call yourselves best friends, you learn to forgive and let things go. And for me, I forgave because there were certain things that she did too that I forgave, and I let things go. And I thought, okay, on her part too, that was it, but it wasn't it. Everything just felt different. That night I knew, okay, maybe that's it. It was over. And I left our house the second day, and that was just it. That was just the end of that. And I kept seeing her, even while we were doing things together. She'll be going to do, you call yourself the vice president of my non-profit organization, and yet you're seen all over the place raising funds for everybody else. Meanwhile, not necessarily raising funds for the organization that you say you're a vice president of that organization, that non-profit organization. A lot of times we would do that, and I would put money into these things, and people would think that it was her raising the money, but which was fine with me. She was my best friend, right? So that was the end of it. So about this has been at least over 4 or 5 years or 6 years ago. So I think about 1 week ago, she just started coming to my heart for some reason. I don't know why. And she's just been coming strong to my heart. I haven't heard from her. I haven't seen her in a while. She's, from what I understand, she's relocated somewhere else, and I've relocated somewhere else. But it's so strong. I just have this strong feeling. And I said to myself, what if I called her and she wasn't receptive to me calling her? Which was fine, but I was just like, okay, what if I call her and she wasn't really receptive? So I'm on the path right now of actually seeking wisdom from other people. I sought wisdom from one person who said, look, that's in the past, let it go. I sought one who said, well, if you're feeling that way, perhaps maybe something, you guys are older now, something is about to happen, don't ever regret it. Then I remembered my brother-in-law who just passed about last month in Nigeria, that I never got a chance to say goodbye to, never knew anything was wrong with him, and today I regret that I didn't take the time to actually tell him how much I care about him. So I'm on a path to really finding out what to do where this is concerned. I just know that friendship is very important. I know that no man can live by themselves. I know that when you find the right one, you would know the right friendship. I know that some things were not quite perfect with us, but I was fine with that. I'm not asking anybody to be my shadow. I just want a friend that can tell me the truth. And so when I have friendship that cannot call me and say, okay, princess, you are out of line on this, it's a little bit different for me to want to stay in that kind of friendship, because I want people that can look me in the eye and say, knock it off. Just like I am with them too. If I have friends in my life now that if I'm feeling in my heart that they gone wrong, oh my God, I'll tell them, and everybody who knows me know me that. They're not princess. If they don't know me about anything, they know that about me. So where am I going with this? No, friendship is very important in our lives. No matter where you find yourself, be it in America, be it in London, be it in Nigeria, any part of the world, you need to hold your friendship, value your friendships. If there are some friendships that you know that you blew, go and fix it, because life is way too short. You can see that person today and tomorrow the person is gone or you are gone, all right? And you'll never get a chance to actually know what happened. You'll never get a chance to actually turn things around. So I'm on a path to thinking maybe I'm going to call this lady, even if nothing comes out of it, but just to release this heaviness that I'm feeling, which is, I mean, it's been over 6-7 years, but I feel just this heaviness. Just this heaviness. I don't know if it has to do with the passing of my brother-in-law. I just feel that heaviness that we might not necessarily be best of friends anymore, but that perhaps there's something that I need to finish with her. So, wish me luck. Until next time, be inspired, be motivated, be of sentimental value. Understand that you are the hero in your life story. Do not allow anybody to rewrite your story. You are powerful. You are bad. You are, when I say bad, I mean bad in a great sense. You can rock this world, but understand that you cannot rock it alone. All right, until next time, see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Tear the Veil with Dr. Fumi. We hope you have enjoyed being a part of today's show and that we have helped you in shining. For further information, you can visit us at drfumiPsychdNP.com and pobpsychiatry.com.